us. Wow. This is awesome. This is great. Abdul Samad from Abuja. This is good. This is good. We have Adugbe John from Oyo State. We have Chuku Ikechukwu Lawrence from Port Harcourt. And Niola from Lagos. Thank you. Wow. Grace from Badagry, Lagos. Thank you for joining us. Afari Ogun from Ogun State. Izzy Boniface from Lagos State. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can go on and on. I can go on and on, but the list is just so long. Thank you for joining us. Enugu State, prosper. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate your presence to this great occasion. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Congratulations to all the matriculants. Amoyo Sore from Ibadan, Olayemi from Lagos State. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful morning from here, from the city of Lagos State. We appreciate you for joining us. We want to thank you for joining us. Thank you very much from the admin. I can see the chancellor of the academy. Thank you for joining us. We also want to appreciate and also acknowledge the presence of Adeboyega, the admin lead of the QHSCS Leadership Academy. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you are just joining us, please remember to send us your name and your location. Iyanoluwa from Abuja. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. You're welcome to the QHSCS Leadership Academy, a place where nobody is somebody, a place where you become a leader who are going to impact the society. No matter how small your positive impact is to the society, it is also going to be impactful. And please do not give up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Victor Usman. Thank you from Lagos State. Ifeoluwa Dada from Delta State. Thank you very much. We have more of Lagos. Thank you, my people, all the way from Kano. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Please do not keep it coming. Keep it coming. Olise Moses from Ogun State. Good morning, all. Congratulations to all of us from Port Harcourt. Shegun, oh, thank you for joining us, Shegun, all the way from Port Harcourt. Abuja, Halifa Bello, thank you. Queen, thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful morning here in the city of Lagos. Tosin Oke from Ondo State, thank you for joining us. Thank you to welcome you. We welcome you to this pivotal matriculation ceremony.
Tomorrow I may fall down on my face. Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Lord, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Sometimes life is good, but then the trouble comes my way. But whatever happens, Lord, I thank you for this day. When
Malaka Tayo from Lagos State. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joyce from Port Harcourt. Jamila from Lagos State. Oh, Chibuzo from Anambra. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this is so great. We are glad to have you join us now. Thank you, Moses from Enugu State. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can also add to your chart how the weather is over there. It is a bit sunny here in Lagos State at about 10:15. Adisa from Kwara State. Thank you very much to this pivotal location. Thank you for joining us. Owode Philip from Delta State. Oh, Onde Egon from Lagos State. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Olawume from Lagos State. You know, one of the most interesting things about matriculation is that a lot of people come in because it is a joyous moment. It is a time for you to actually celebrate people. So on the call, I'm very sure we have those that are participants or those that will be matriculated. And we also have those that are matriculants this morning. Thank you very much. Sonny is saying that it's sunny here in Lagos State. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, without further ado, we are going to proceed at the moment. I am Olusegun Emmanuel and Olani. I will be the moderator of this matriculation lecture ceremony this morning. I happen by the privilege to be the General Secretary of the QHSES Leadership Academy alumni. So that I am a member or among the pioneer members of the QHSES Leadership Academy. So thank you for joining us. I just have to introduce myself so that I can familiarize myself with you. Thank you very much for joining us. And I appreciate that if you have any questions, even on the course of this call, I will appreciate it if you can use the Q&A for you to drop your question. So as we are here, I want you to go to the chat room and drop your welcome message. Let's greet ourselves. Tell yourself welcome. Begin to drop welcome in the chat room. Welcome in the chat room. Welcome in the chat room. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Oh, welcome everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Nigeria is one of the great nations, one of the great black race in the continent and even in the world at large. Nigeria is a great nation with a great people and a great resources. So without a waste of time, we are going to start with our opening prayer, which will be the recitation of our national anthem. So if you're not too busy, I want you to join me as we recite the national anthem.
Nigeria's gone away to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you very much. I am always emotional whenever I am reciting the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And so, thank you very much, everyone. O God of creation, direct our noble course. Amen. Thank you very much. Without a waste of time, I am going to invite Samson to take us in the sustainability moment. Over to you, Samson. Okay, thank you very much. I believe Samson is here with us. If you're not with us, we'll be playing a short video for us to watch while Samson come up to just give us a recap in the sustainability moment.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Thank you very much. I'm very sure we have picked one thing or the other from that video. So Samson, please take us in the sustainability moment.
Good morning, great people. I believe we paid attention to the video that was just played. Now, when we talk of sustainability, one of the key aspects of sustainability is human beings, we the people. Now, this is December, we are in the festive period already, and a lot of us who want to travel. From the video there, we saw that a family was actually on a journey, and in the bid to actually respond to text on the phone, she was distracted and she found herself in the lane that was occupied by an opposing vehicle. This is not right. When we are driving, we're expected to pay full attention. Anything that has to do with responding to text, mails, it can wait. Our attention has to be 100% when we are driving. Remember, safe thinking, sustainable living, that's the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samson, for that wonderful and short sustainability moment. Remember, it is better for you to go to an event late than to have late attached to your name. So please, during this period of festive season, kindly drive safely. Do not text while driving. Do not get distracted while driving. Without further ado, I want to invite the Chancellor of the QHSES Leadership Academy in person of Mr. Dapo Omolade, who is the Chancellor of the QHSES Leadership Academy. He is also the CEO Hybrid Group and the National Coordinator of the Safety Advocate. And it is interesting for us to know that this day, Hybrid Group has been promoted from being a bronze member or a bronze partner to a gold medal partner. So I want us to congratulate our chancellor in the chat group. Just drop a congratulatory message for him as the CEO of Hybrid Group, and also that Hybrid Group has been promoted to a gold medal partner of NEBOSH. Let's congratulate our chancellor in the chat room as we invite our chancellor for the welcome address.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please confirm you can hear me well.
Loud and clear, sir.
All right, so I'm very excited to be here this morning. I would like to say a very big first congratulations to all our matriculating students at the QHSCS Leadership Academy. It's my very good honor, privilege to be here with you this morning and to welcome you to the biggest platform for developing the leadership of tomorrow. On this note of this matriculation, from the information and all the processes that have taken place, we will be having the largest number of students, and that tells quickly the progressive growth of this academy since the inception of the academy. I'm also excited to see that everyone that is speaking on this platform are people who have graduated and have made their impact in the KHSCS Leadership Academy. My profound congratulations to my brother, my twin brother, my friend, Jamie Badmos, and the visionary of this particular academy. Thank you for everything that you have done to sustain the quality and to sustain the leadership goal that you have set for yourself right from the beginning of this academy. For our matriculating students, I think you are starting a very beautiful journey that at the end of this 6-month program, you will be able to say to yourself that it has been a wonderful experience. The KHSCS Leadership Academy, as you may be aware, is a platform to building the KHSCS leaders of now and tomorrow. So joining this group means you have made up your mind first to be a leader of KHSCS in Nigeria and by extension, the whole globe, because some of our graduates are outside of the country right now. They are all over the world making serious impact of what they have learned from this platform. So I would like to use this opportunity to officially welcome all our matriculating students. This platform, I heard Shegun say something at the beginning when he talked about punctuality. There are several parts of this academy that you would like to know. But what I can tell you is that it's not a bed of roses, and it's not just a place to come in and mark attendance. Record that we have received thus far from the past academic session have showed that not all that started finished. And the reason for not finishing are several. One of them is indiscipline and lack of commitment to what we are doing here. I would like to start by letting you know from this point of view that you have signed up for a commitment, you have signed up for a disciplined experience. And if you go through it the way we have gone through it in the past sessions, I can assure you that in a short while from now, we'll also be celebrating your graduation. After matriculation, a graduation should come up, and we are looking forward to the graduation of this group. And over 400 people we're expecting, and we are hoping that you all have a wonderful experience. Once again, I would like to use this opportunity to welcome you all. Thank you for our leaders who are also on this platform to welcome all our new students during this matriculation. And I wish us a very beautiful experience and event today. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, our Chancellor. You have always been a leader, just as our visioneer and chief responsibility officer will always say that you are his trained brother. And thank you seriously for the great impact you are making in the academy. We do appreciate and we do not take it for granted. Thank you very much. Now we have the visioneer and also the chief responsibility officer. We call him the Jagaban of safety. And he always says, you are because I am. It is no other person but Engineer Jamiu Badness. Please let's go to the chat room and celebrate our one and only Engineer Jamiu Badmos, the Jagaban of safety. the visionary and the Chief Responsibility Officer of QHSES Leadership Academy.
Oh, thank you so much. All praises and adorations are due to the Almighty Wise Creator, our God, the first without a beginning, our God, the last without an end. And I hope you can all hear me, moderator. Can you hear me, my moderator?
Yes.
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, having celebrated the Almighty God, I give honor to our Chancellor, my leader, and of course, I need to also celebrate him for making Nigeria proud, having gotten to the level of hybrid becoming a good member of NEBOSH. We celebrate you, our Chancellor. We are proud of you. We are proud of how you are making Nigeria at the global space. Thank you for giving us the support as a country. Thanks for giving us the support as professionals. Thanks for giving us the support as people to be able to talk outside at the global space. My Chancellor, I celebrate you. Our speakers for today, I recognize you, I celebrate you. Ogalawale, when you talk of mentorship, you are our leader. When you talk of coaching, we put you on the high level. We celebrate you. And of course, Constance has just joined us all the way from UK. UK at this time, they're like 9 o'clock. We are 1 hour difference. Constance, thank you. You are a lecturer, and we are going to gain a lot from you. Can I tell you one thing about this set? On this call, I have a very extremely powerful C-suite member of one of the largest packaging logistics company in the aviation sector. My big sister Eno, I greet you. You are a big sister, and you are always guiding us. By God's grace, in the course of this class, we are going to have a lecture for us on strategy. All of us want to learn from you. We will expect you. We acknowledge all your support to drive this academy. And for all our faculty members, Azan Azan, and all those who have logged in, we greet you all. Without you, there is no academy. That is why they say Ubuntu, I am, because we are. The academy started in 2021. It was announced at the leadership reboot. Then we are covering our nose, we cover our mouth, and we started. Please, all those who are raising up hands, we don't like people raising up hands when people are talking. Go to the chat forum and explain your concern. We salute every one of you. We recognize you. We celebrate all the students, all those who have joined us now. Thank you for joining. But I must say that we are about 400 in number, but I'm sure by the time we want to graduate, maybe half of us will still be on the call. Because the academy is not a joke. Prof, I said it. It is not where you just come and play. It is a real work. Our purpose to set up academy is what is guiding us today. If you remember, when Barcelona and Liverpool has to play a very critical match, and they have gone to new camp in Spain, Barcelona has already, they are leading them like 3-0. And now they have to play a rematch in Liverpool. Liverpool became afraid, and the best player in Liverpool, that's Mohamed Salah, do not play on that day. So he put on his clothes, never give up. That is the purpose. The purpose is to win the game. So in life, every organization, every businesses must start with why. That is the word of Simon Sinek in one of his books. He's a great leader in the world, and he says, start with why. When you start with why, that purpose, whenever anything happens, obstacles, risk, you know your purpose, you are more focused when you know your purpose. You know what happened in that match? Liverpool eventually won Barcelona in that match, which people believe is unbelievable. But because there's a purpose, purpose has a power that you are going to achieve what you want. When we started this journey of QHSES Leadership Academy, our purpose is to turn dreams into impact. We want to impact our world. We want to build sustainable leaders who enter different fields in the environment, who goes to different areas and continue to add value. Because we believe in the word of Dr. Nelson Mandela, one of the greatest leaders that ever lived in this world. What counts in life is not mere fact that I've lived. That's what Mandela said. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. What advantage, what have you added to people? How are you making difference in the society? How are you becoming mad, making a difference in your society? That is the reason why we set up the academy. The purpose, we want to be sure that, look, success isn't about how much money we make. It's about the difference you make in people's life. That making a difference in people's life, as stated by Michelle Obama, is what we are talking about. And that is what started our purpose. We don't need to give money. We don't need to acquire all the wealth. Can we make the world a better place? The art is enough to satisfy all of us, according to Mahatma Gandhi. But our greed does not allow us to enjoy this world. In short, Academy becomes to be a leading learning platform all over the world where people are inspired to make the world a better place. And that is the journey. And we are reaching there. We are now getting global. Everywhere in the world, they are recognizing us. They are giving us a lot of awards, various international awards from US, from UK. We just came back from Singapore, from Australia. Everything becomes good. Why? Because we want to build responsible leaders. Leaders that look at the people, leaders that look at the planet, leaders that also look at prosperity. We want to build them who make difference in people's life through sustainable learning. Our corporate value is STAR because we are superstar. Selfless service. In this academy, we are not just thinking of coming to lecture, collect certificates. It's not like that. All certificates got is one side, add value to ourselves. We need to still add value to the society. Our alumni are doing many programs. Selfless service. Don't think it's for you alone. Think how can you help people. After the course, go to your church. After the course, go to your mosque. After the course, go to your Ebile, Babalawo, and do something about safety. Do something about sustainability. Do something about their health and change the narrative in all these places. Selfless service. In 2024, by God's grace, the Academy is launching a new program that is a sustainability for orphanage. We want to start taking orphanage home. We will do safety inspection of orphanage home. We will train all the teachers and all those who take care of the orphanage homes on first aid, on fire, and all our safety assessment. All the gaps we see, vis-a-vis painting, net, anything that we see per orphanage home, we will close it out and make orphanage home habitable and conducive and comfortable for people to live. Selfless service. It is our corporate value. Togetherness, Ubuntu. I am because we are. In the academy, we work as a team. You are joining us now. We will teach you. You will learn what we call collaborative mindset. You have to work with us as a team. Don't see yourself as different. In short, every beginning of the year, that is January, we usually have a program where we are going to speak. The last time we spoke on how you can become a top performer in 2023. 2023 is gone now, almost gone. So 2024, get set. All members of students on this call, you must join. It is mandatory. We are going to have a serious lecture first week in January on the call like this online. And that one is going to be titled something related to unbreakable mindset and collaborative mindset. We'll get in touch with you. You see the posters. Make sure you join all the program. Accountability. You must be accountable. Do your work very well, and we respect ourselves. We respect people. We believe that you cannot be a leader if you are not humble. In academy, humility is a very critical word. Please take note. This academy is a platform for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Even if you are the most intelligent person in this world, in the academy, you have a lot to give because our lecturers are very superb and they are very, very humble and they are very, very sound. Some of them are outside the country, some are in Nigeria, some in Canada, in UK, in US, and we have some of us Nigerian based, and we are here. So therefore, at the academy, what we intend to do and what we do is that we believe that to enhance and sustain operational excellence in the academy, our passion must work hand in hand with our compassion. We must make sure we are compassionate about what we do. Very important. Our academy is endorsed by professional association, include one regulatory body, West African Division of IOSH, a very powerful, the largest health and safety professional body in the world. IOSH West Africa, they are in support of us, endorse our program, and thank God our chancellor was one of the pioneer chairman, was the first to move us from informal network to real network. Thank you, our chancellor. Also, we have International Energy Training Center. The graduate school is part of us. The graduate school is linked with Mississippi University in US. We also have Emergency Crisis Disaster Safety, Environmental and Risk Management Institute. It's also an endorser of what we do. When I said endorser, it becomes easy for you to join all this group when you graduate and gain a lot. So SHE, Society of Women in Safety, Health and Environment Africa, the largest women safety group in Africa. They are part of us. Association of Women in Safety Professionals, ASWOC, is also part of us. The largest and the leading safety professional group for women in Nigeria who work together. World Safety Organization, WHO, started since 1975 and doing great job. They also endorse this program. Quality and Management System Auditors Institute. It also agreed with this our program, and that gives you opportunity to do some courses, sometimes at a free cost for those who have done well. Enterprise Risk Management Professional, the leading enterprise risk body in Nigeria, is also involved. The Safety Advocate. The Safety Advocate is the leading and most powerful NGO for pushing safety in this Nigeria and Africa, and led by Dr. Molade, is also an endorser and fully involved. And of course, Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, the only institute in Nigeria with the act of the federal government, is also part of us. Of course, the International Institute of Risk and Safety Management Nigerian chapter, IIRSN from UK, is a serious support and really love us. In short, they were the one that gave me the Mentor Award of the Year in UK this year that I went to receive. They really love us. A lot of things are going on with them now. Opportunities for training, free trainings, international trainings is being set up. We are talking, and when we finish talking, we see those opportunities. The Lagos State Safety Commission, the only commission in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa, is part of our endorser. Of course, the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers, and they're also part of us. We're all working together. I must tell you today, despite all these endorsements that will be written in your certificate, the Academy is ISO 9001 2015 certified. This is the highest you can have in quality management system to show that you are meeting customer expectation. To further confirm our certification, you can go to Google, just type IAF search, SEARCH certificate, CERT, IAF search, that is IAF certificate, SERT search, put it.org. It will take you to the International Accreditation Forum. You see our name to validate that on the global space, we are also playing and we are there. I'm also excited to tell you that after all much work, we are also accredited by American Council of Training and Development. What do you now need? This is a global certification. Therefore, we follow all global way of operation. If you are going to be a student in this academy and you want to operate like in Nigeria, just stay there. We will remove you from the academy. We want those who want to operate with us. I would love to tell you again too that the government of Lagos State, we are working now to see how we can establish the academy straight for universities in Lagos so that they can all have things to do. But the talking is not yet started fully. So therefore, our journey so far, when we started, the first graduation was held in 2022. Remember, we started in 2021, 6 months, it enters 2022. We started October 1st when we announced it. So when we graduated our first set, 127 participants started. Only 94 graduated. You can see the percentage. We are not what we call Gogberu. Everybody come, it's more well. No, we are going to screen you. We are going to do things. We are going to measure your compliance. Look at it now. About 400 are supposed to be here. 350 are here. Others, we can remove them after this call. That is how we are. You are not paying us any money. It's tuition free. We have right to control our academy without you saying, after all, I paid. You didn't pay cover to us. We have right to remove you. And you have right to come and beg. And we have right to reject your begging. Because it's the seriousness that we are talking about. It's a 6 month lecture, and it will start. We started October 2021, ended in March. 36 modules were done by 25 facilitators. At the end of the day, we are able to get 5 distinctions, 51 merits, and 38 pass. These are our graduates. See them, they are happy, they are singing. We are the world in 2022. Look at our graduates, look at our leaders coming to give them award. Look at our registrar. Our registrar is presently in Canada, also studying and still the registrar of the academy. What I shared online and watch the video more. Want to look at idea.
Safety is my responsibility. Safety is your responsibility. Safety is our responsibility. You are welcome once again.
So therefore, go and watch the video more online. Just type QHSCS Leadership Academy on YouTube. You will see it, watch it, read it, subscribe to it. More information from there. It's very important as our students to subscribe to what we do. I want you all to go to our LinkedIn page, go there and subscribe. By the time we add you up and we are more, the whole world will see us as people like a movement that want to make the world a better place. That is our purpose. That is our reason. In 2023, we had our second graduation. Look at it very well. In that one, we are able to have 1,169 people say they want to be interested in our academy. Out of these people, and they passed through 60 courses, we only admitted 348 out of 1,169 people. We admitted only 348. Out of 348, 274 graduated, and we had 4 distinctions. Go and watch the video. You shed tears. Out of these 4 distinctions, money was flowing, millions, thousands. People are rewarding them. We give them scholarship. I have 1 or 2 students that have traveled out now based on their academic records. They leave this country. We have men, we have women. This set also have 10 visually impaired personality, people that are visually impaired. 10, they graduated. Good people, amazing people. They've got a lot of fantastic reward. Go online and watch the video of one of them, the best VIP student. When he was speaking, you see some directors, some CEOs, big men that we invite to our graduation, they are shedding tears. This is what makes our convocation very superb. All these CEOs, all these people are calling us now. I need staff. We need this, and we are engaging our students. This is not just an academic exercise. It's a way to give us 1, employability skill, 2, lifelong skills, 3, we know what to do after this academy, and our orientation and narratives are changed. Look at the all. Lagos State government gave us this all. 2023 academic convocation. Very big all. See the students in the gown. That is how we operate. And we are all full everywhere. If we get to outside, people are there.
I was built to be the best, number 1 and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me, so stand up for the champion.
say you are smart, you are making a difference. So this man is a leadership leader that is what? Making a difference. So the man is. Thank you very much. One much of the video online. Subscribe. Go to our page. Ask what to become friend. We add you. Let's see the first 100 people that will say we should add them as friends, and you have some gifts for you for doing that. This your set. 1,819 people register, more than the previous year. 1,819. You pass through exam, serious exam, and after which 445 students are admitted. We have like 352 on this call. Some of those admitted, we will remove them fast. We don't waste time on our own. We like serious people to work with us. Your courses are going to be QHSCS and data analytics. It's going to be enterprise risk. You are going to have sustainability is very wide. Quality, health, safety, environment, and sustainability. They are very wide courses you are going to pass through for 6 months. For this particular set, we have 17 differently able persons. Before we have 10 visually impaired. Now we have visually impaired with some other of our colleagues who have eyes, but they have other challenges that we need to support them. For this set of people, when we start the training and we see your seriousness, I can assure you we will get you data that you are going to use throughout the course if we have ascertained your seriousness so that we don't waste our data. You are welcome, our 17 on this call. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. In the next 6 months, we would love to see you at the graduation too, graduating like the previous set, and we come out and you talk to the whole world. This is where we are going. We are making a difference and we are adding value to people and the world. For those of us on this call, the students, these are our classes. Every Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sometimes some lecturers can extend their class. Sometimes some lecturers, their class could be brief. Sometimes some lecturers, we want to get more clarification from them. We can create any extra class outside this window. On Sunday, we meet in the evening after church and Asalatu from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. These are our classes. But I've been told, and I'm telling you us again, first semester, we do almost 21 courses. Second semester, almost 19 courses. Third semester, almost 9 courses. Then we are going to have a team project. Let me tell you, for every course you do like this, they will give you assignment. If you don't submit assignment on time, you score 0. This is not your university when you graduated. We are very strict. We are stricter than university. I'm telling you, you see, when you come in, the attendance is very important. You fail attendance, you fail in the school. This is not your campus. When you not go to school for a year, you just enter, you do exam. It is not this academy. We are not just teaching you lecture. We are also teaching you culture, how you can change your life and be better in the world. The way you school before, those ones keep it away. Academy is different. Please, we are very strict. I repeat, we are very strict. My chancellor has said it. We are extremely strict. In short, we are extremists with respect to strictness on punctuality, on attendance of classes. We'll give you assignment submission portal. Please, some of you like to talk very well. Talk, we will not listen to you, will not even respond. What we'll do is when we give you assignment, send it to your group in WhatsApp. You don't meet the submission, we close our portal. You have scored 0. We don't look back. Yes, because we are training you to become somebody good, because nobody comes out from the academy and you are not a rebate. We change you very well. This is our grading system. Everything is 100%. Your continuous assessment, all the classwork, all the assessment is 20%. Your attendance to our training program, not only academic program, when we have a lecture outside, maybe World Safety Day, any lecture, if you attend, you will be getting 30%. Those who don't attend, will remove that from your mark at the end of the day. That gives you 30%. Your examination will give you 70%. Let me tell you something to show how strict we are. Please, all of us on this call, some of you still come and be begging. We don't listen to beg, oh. I'm you now. Our exam is not done like your school exam, oh. that you are going to be shading all those things. No, our exam, there are multiple choice questions, but it's pro-thought manage. I repeat, pro-thought manage. Most of you on this call don't know the meaning of pro-thought manage. When we give you exam and the date, all of you will log in the same time everywhere in the world, the same time. And from US, they are monitoring you, how you are doing your exam. If you raise your head like this to the right, the thing will tell you, you are shifting your head, be careful. When you want to start the exam, if you want to pee before starting the exam. Oh, if you want to go to restroom, go. Because when you start the exam, 2 hours, 1 hour, if you stand up and go to restroom, it will log you out. It will see you as somebody who want to cheat in the exam. And will write to us, he will write to us, this person want to cheat, and you will not get results. When you don't get results, you are out of academy. We don't listen to beg, though. You come back and beg us, we don't listen to you. You cry, we don't listen to you, you are out. If the time is 11 to 2, that is the time. If you don't do it that time, if you want to go and do around 3 o'clock, you will not see any link again. It's pro-thought manage, international way to do exam. Don't be thinking like Nigerians, oh, that you want to cheat, you want to carry egu. It will not work. Oh, if you enter the class and you put a paper beside you like this, pro-thought will catch you and say, there's a paper beside you. Take it away for the last one. If you refuse to take it away, it cut you out. If you cry to register, please help me. I was about to start and they cut me off. Look, what I'm saying today will happen to some of you. That time when you come to us and we don't listen to you, don't hate us, oh, don't hate us, oh, but we know that not everybody will like us and we are prepared for it. We will remove you and we don't care because we want the best for everybody, not for only you. So follow the rule. After 4 semester, you saw it, 1,008 people apply. You are 455. 455 is too much for us to graduate. So after 4 semester, those who score below 60%, if you score 59.99, I repeat, 59.99, we will publish your name out. You are not going to go to next stage. We will remove all of you from the WhatsApp call. Those who are no more, expect that. Expect exodus of people leaving. We will remove you. As soon as you see you are less than 60, we remove you straight. We don't beg, we don't go back. This is a serious organization. We cannot afford to lose our certification because of you. This is now our class of degree from 4.5 to 5 distinction, 4 to 4.49 upper, subclass upper, 3 to 3.99 subclass lower, fail below 3. This is tougher than the Nigerian academic session. 3 is a very good grade. In our own academy, 3 is failure. After we do cumulate everything we do, because in our academy we now give transcript for you to use it in schools abroad. So 3 is fail. You don't even get to graduate. You don't even get our transcript. At the end of the day, what we now award is professional diploma. Unlike when we started with certificate. Last year we awarded professional diploma, international. That one can say, I can use to get credit in some school. We are working on having some schools in the world that will give us credit rating. I can use it to enter the school for masters. A lot of you like that to Japa, no problem. One day Nigeria will be better than Japa. We are going to meet us here. We are here. In the academy, we organize program. World Environment Day, World Safety Day, International Women's Day, any program we organize. If you come, you get a point. If you don't come, you see it will affect you to be ejected from the academy. Because it is not only the lecture, you learn from all these programs that we are going to do. As I've told you, one is coming up first week in January. The poster will be out. Look at the poster, like the poster. Anytime we post anything on your WhatsApp group, go to our LinkedIn page, go and make comments. You know why? That makes us more global. Those who go to LinkedIn and make comments, we are noting you down. And when you have any challenge and I need to help you, we assist you. When those who go to LinkedIn to do good things about academy, to talk about academy, to see what they have learned, those ones will note you. What do we do for you later? If we see opportunity, we are the ones we first talk to, because we are not just in this class to collect a certificate. You are here to make a difference. You are supporting us. So if you are here to just collect certificates, no problem. You are here to support us, make a difference. Go to LinkedIn page, go to everywhere, support anything about what we are doing. You support it, then we know that you are our own people. And therefore, when it's time to help your people, to assist your people, we give it to you. On this basis, I want to say thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. Thank you for registering. Thank you for passing through the exam. Thank you for passing through back and forth. Thank you for reading a lot of things. We appreciate all of you. And just once again, thank you, thank you. Shegun, take over.
Thank you very much, Jagaban of Safety. We appreciate you for this wonderful roadmap that you have actually shared with us. And to be sincere and to be frank, is that all that Engineer Jamiu has said on this call, there is nothing that is false in it. Now, those of you that will be joining the academy, I am telling you, it is a tough seat that you're about to sit on. And so therefore, you have to tighten up your belt. And I'm telling you this so that you can fasten your belt to know what you have actually indulged yourself into. Because if you think you're going to join the call and don't even participate, because we have seen situations whereby people will just join the call, drop their phone and go. There is always a way that the facilitator will just call upon you to ask a question. And if you refuse to respond immediately, it will be assumed that you are a good ghost participant. Thank you very much, Engineer Jamiu. There's a saying that says, once you have been warned, if you have found one thing, there will be no listening here. Thank you very much for that roadmap. And without further ado, the next thing we have on our agenda is the lecture for this pivotal matriculation ceremony. So this morning we have great speakers from across the globe who are going to okay, sorry, I'm still trying to share my screen. Okay, we have great speakers from across the globe who are going to be lecturing us this afternoon or this morning from wherever you are. We have Mr. Olawale Ogunyebi. He is the EHS Director, stroke Managing Partner of MTC Nigeria. Mr. Olawale Ogunyebi will be taking us on the employability and lifelong learning. He is a great speaker and a coach. And the next person will be taking us in person of Madam Constance E. Adegbilero. She is a lecturer, Leicester Castle, Business School, De Montfort University. She will be taking us on the topic, becoming a change maker in the health and safety industry. To give their recitation, I'm going to invite Victoria to give the recitation of our facilitator in this great occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shegun, and good morning, everybody. Our first speaker, Engineer Olawale Ogunyebi, is an award-winning leader, DuPont Master Coach, BSafe Super Trainer, and the lead consultant for Safe Start International in Nigeria. He was formerly the Regional Safety Operations Manager, Unilever. He is the managing partner of an HSEQ consulting and leadership coaching firm, MTC Enterprise Development Limited. He has over 26 years experience in various managerial and leadership roles in supply chains, plantation agriculture, and operational excellence in Nigeria and across geographies in Africa. He is a well-sought-after health, safety, environment, and quality consultant and leadership master coach. His clients include reputable multinationals and SME in Lagos, Nigeria. And the second speaker, Madam Constance E. Adebilero, with over 14 years of experience in various industries, including energy, oil and gas, real estate, and engineering. She is a qualified and certified QHSC professional who leads and coordinates corporate HSC MS initiatives, develops and implements sustainable HSC programs, conducts QHSC audits and trainings. She has a proven record of achieving zero accidents and incidents, reducing waste, and enhancing performance across multiple business units and projects. As a lecturer at the D. Montfort University and QHSC consultant, she combines her academic and practical expertise to deliver quality education and consultancy in the field of safety, health, and environmental management. She is also a change management specialist who has successfully led and supported organizational structures, transitions, and transformations using effective communication, alignment, and engagement strategies. Her mission is to empower and inspire individuals and organizations to create a safer, healthier, and more productive work environment. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Victoria, for that recitation of our great facilitators. And I can tell you that the whole day is not enough to read their citation. But if you're not too busy, please join me in the chat room to welcome our great facilitators. Let's start with Mr. Olawale Ogunyebi. Mr. Olawale, if you can unmute and speak.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Just to greet or to upload?
It's your time of presentation, sir.
Okay, so how do we upload my presentation, please?
Okay, you can share your screen. I will stop sharing now so that you can share your screen.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. You can put it in presentation mode, sir.
Okay. Are we fine?
Yes, good to go, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for this opportunity. The energy started from the moderator. In fact, you almost made it look like it's live, so real and so engaging. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir.
To appreciate Engineer Jamiu Badmos, the Chief Academic and Responsibility Officer, for this honor. This is a privilege for me to be part of this. You know, Engineer Jamiu is somebody you cannot get tired listening to. When he told me it was going to be online, I was watching out for that energy. He didn't disappoint, because when you have Engineer Jamiu on a live program, you will almost get fixated on your seat. So thank you very much for that very energetic presentation and for the great work that you and your team are doing. I can really very much relate to what you guys are doing. It's very important that we make, not just to live, but to also make our life to count. And it's only posterity that and God that will reward you for all that you have done, not just imparting. Even imparting one life is a lot, not to talk of imparting so many lives at the same time, especially young people that often are not very sure of what next. So after the university education, after the certificate, what next? Now here you are providing a kind of soft landing, an opportunity for people to really look at what they are very good at. And there's no better profession to do that than HSC. Being HSC is it's not a narrow profession or career. In fact, you need to be like a general manager before you can be a successful professional. So on that note, I also want to congratulate all the students who, out of the whole lot that applied, have the opportunity of being part of this great program. Of course, I don't expect you to have much problem with some of the discipline and some of the rules, because in the first case, the reason why you joined the academy is because you want to learn. This one, like they say, nobody sent you. Now you send yourself. And you have to kind of also respect yourself. I don't see, I'll be very happy to see that everybody that started this program also end this program. You will not be a quitter by the grace of God. So you have started, make sure you finish. Already my introduction has been made, so I'm not going to go through this, but I just want to point out two things that are relevant to what I'm talking of this morning. The first one is that I studied agriculture from the University of Ilorin. So, and by the way, I'm a practicing farmer. Before you say, so why are you not on the farm? I'm a practicing farmer. I keep some livestock. So I studied agriculture at the University of Ilorin, and I have the privilege of joining Unilever as a management trainee. And that also, again, speaks to what we are talking about today. There are companies that have programs that actually help to improve the employability of young graduates. And Unilever had a fantastic program. They still have the same program. It's about 24 months of intensive training in every section of the business. In every section of the business. So at the end of the day, the plan is to make you a manager, is to make you a manager. Unfortunately, sometimes people end up being narrow experts. And that's why they don't, most of the time, go far in their profession. And that's one of the things that I think this academy and other similar academies are also trying to achieve. I'm passionate about learning and also about imparting knowledge through training, mentorship, and coaching. Mr. Olusegun, please just confirm that my slides are moving.
Very well, sir. It's moving, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So I want us to look at this slide. Employability is equal to academic achievement. I don't know how many of us agree with that. You agree that employability is equal to academic achievement? Well, without wasting time, while a graduate may think that because I have the certificate or because now I'm a graduate, then I am job ready or I am labor market ready. Well, the truth is that most employers don't agree with that. In fact, some employers will tell you that the problem we have majorly in the country is not unemployment, but employability. That we have a lot of graduates, even though with certificates, who are not employable. And so how do we define employability? Employability is the ability to find, to keep, or to change a fulfilling job position. Please take note of that. A fulfilling job position. The ability to find it, not just we're not talking about underemployment. We're not talking about, even though you are doing a job, well, let me just manage this one until. Employability is the ability to find. Then after you have found it, to keep it. Can you keep that job? Can you keep the job? Or technological changes and societal changes have made you become irrelevant or redundant. Are you able to keep that job? And then are you able to also change job when you need to do so? People can sit somewhere today and be complaining about unemployment. There's no job, there's no job. But I can tell you that people are changing jobs, who are changing jobs at their wish. So it is getting the right mix of abilities, technical knowledge demanded by the workplace, and the skills to use those abilities and knowledge. So before you can talk about employability, then you must be talking about the fact that I have what the employers are looking for. Here is a graph of 9 countries. It will interest you to see that on one hand, we are comparing, the survey compared the perspective of educators, people who provide education, institutions, their perspective versus the perspective of the employer. And you can see here that there is a change. Sorry, there is a big gap between what employers think and between what the providers, the educators, what they think. There's a big gap. So you can see from this graph that somebody is not actually talking to somebody. So the question is, do we have unemployment or we have employability problem? Most employers, like I said earlier, will tell you that we have employability problem. Now let's go to the second part of the topic, lifelong learning. Lifelong learning, what does it mean? It encompasses all learning activities undertaken throughout life. Initially, when people were learning, lifelong learning initially was focusing on just having personal fulfillment. But eventually you discover that, especially in today's world, that the more you learn, the more you are able to earn. And so it also became an economic empowerment. Lifelong learning became an economic empowerment, as you can see in the triangle, the 3 functions of lifelong learning. And also, the more you learn, you also find out that you are also becoming socially relevant. And like Engineer Jamil said, you are also able to learn and impart the society, able to impart the community, able to, impart people's life. And so lifelong learning, like I said, encompasses all learning activities undertaken throughout life with the aim of improving knowledge, skills, competencies, and so on. The individual learner is at the center of lifelong learning. The individual learner, you are at the center of lifelong learning. If you look at what Engineer Janu is doing and what DOME is also doing, that Formula-Day Empowerment Initiative, what they're also doing, it's also providing a kind of a platform where individuals can improve not only their personal professional life, but improve their economic life and also be able to be relevant in the community. So the point is that the individual learner is at the center. It's you that want to learn. And that's why I said I'll be surprised if there are people who started this program and they failed to complete the program. That means you didn't have a purpose in mind. Maybe you are like what they call follow come. You heard that people are doing it, so you also wanted to do it. Now it's been discovered. Of course, this is very relevant. So even without this survey, you can see that when you engage in lifelong learning, it improves your ability to get new job, to keep the job, and then also to be able to improve your mobility on the job. So that's what that graph, that slide is just talking about. And we cannot really talk about imparting lives without talking about the SDG goals. And the whole purpose of the SDG goals is to build a better world for everyone. And we cannot overemphasize that. In fact, if there's anything you know about Engineer Jamiu, is the fact that every opportunity he had, he also always make it a point to emphasize the fact that we all need to make this world a better place for everyone. And in doing that, of course, I'm sure you agree that the world of work is very, very important, because the only way, the major way we get our livelihood and our financial security is when we are gainfully engaged in a decent work. And so you can see the issue around employability and lifelong learning actually speaks particularly to SDG 4, which talks about quality education, and then SDG 8, which talks about decent work and economic growth. So having said that base, what are the factors driving lifelong learning? So unfortunately, we are not able to maybe interact as much as we can because of time. But I'm not sitting here as an expert. I want that to be understood, that I'm not sitting down here as an expert, but maybe as a learner also. I'm a learner also. And these are not things that we are not familiar with. These are things that we all know, that there is something driving lifelong learning. If you are not learning, you are going to be redundant. Number one is the pace of technological change. A lot is changing. A lot is changing. And it's very important that we understand that. The EFCC chairman made an unfortunate statement about Nigerian students being maybe like 70%, is it 70% he said? Yeah, 70% that they are into cybercrime. That's an unfortunate statement. The reason is because if you don't understand where the world is going, if you are going to be led behind. You know, I have two young guys that two young, very close guys that, in fact, they told me they are not going to serve. They're not going for the youth service. I said, why? To them, they say it's a waste of time. I don't agree with that. But their point is that they're already gainfully engaged. Even before they left the university, they were already gainfully engaged. Initially, one of them, the parent thought he was into Yahoo. But later they now understood that he was into, a lot of online stuff. This guy does graphic designs for companies in outside the country. And now, by the time you are paid in dollars, you know how much that. In fact, before the guy left university, he was talking of buying land. Now, ESC's chairman will call that person into cybercrime. Of course, he is not. So the pace of technological change is driving lifelong learning. Not only that, it's also the changing nature of work. The changing nature of work is also part of what is driving lifelong learning. A lot of changes are coming into the workplace. For example, now, during the COVID era, people have to work from home. Now, if you don't know how to go about virtual learning or in the virtual space, if you don't know how to go about it, you're going to have a problem. If you're not very adept at using, before the course of people give, that maybe people that are only technologically savvy. All of us now have to be, maybe not at the point of being able to code, but at least you must have some level of digital literacy to be able to manage the constantly changing nature of work. And then, of course, the need for continuous professional development is also driving the need to continue to engage in lifelong learning. And finally, the desire for personal growth. The desire for personal growth. These are some of the things that are driving lifelong learning. Now, because of time, we don't have much time to dwell on this graph. If it is okay, I will leave this, I will send the presentation to Engineer Jamiu, then they can do with it whatever they like. But if you look at this graph, this is a range of jobs in the US that are showing those jobs that are likely, to be automated. And it's very important that you look at the jobs that you are doing and then begin to also prepare yourself. Of course, there are some jobs that are least automatable, but most jobs, a lot of jobs are either in the middle or they are jobs that are going to be most automable. And that's why it's very important that at a time like this, we need to be able to adapt. We need to be able to adapt to constantly changing conditions within the society, to technological changes and other changes that are actually putting pressure on people today. Mr. Olusegun, I don't know if my slide is having issue here, but can you still see my slide?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
All right, thank you very much.
It's the wanted and reward slide.
It's on the what?
You are on the page of wanted and reward.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Yeah. If you look at this slide, the time we are in calls for professionals that are agile, informed, and resourceful. People that have technical capabilities and they have the requisite skills. And I was very happy, and of course I know that the academy is already on top of this. If you look at the skills of the future, skills that will be very, very critical in the next 5 years, according to the World Economic Forum, the Future of Job Survey. If you look at what is on the slide, I'm sure we can all read. So you can see that creative thinking, analytical thinking are things that are being highly valued by employers, highly valued by employers. And it's very important that even beyond what the center is doing for you as a student, that you also begin to think in this line, begin to look at this area. You don't need maybe to become an expert in these areas, but at least you are able to engage in a working knowledge of some of these areas because of their importance. And so times like these, organizations are looking for agile professionals. And remember what I said earlier, that in most organizations, they are not just looking for a safety expert. They're not looking for a sustainability expert. They are looking for a general manager who is able to, who is also a subject matter expert. Because you can't manage HSC if you are not a people person. You cannot manage HSC if you are not creative in your thinking. Take, for example, okay, I know maybe some of us might not be as much knowledgeable in HSC, but look at the hierarchy of control, for example. The hierarchy of control invites you to think. The hierarchy of controls of risk invites you to think. Safety, every risk, it invites you to think in a logical manner. And so the safety guy or the sustainability person must be a thinking person, must be able to do analytical thinking. And so these are things that even beyond what the center is doing for you, you must also be able to be looking at all these areas and say, what do I need to do more? And now we now narrow down to the HSC space. A lot of changes are also happening. A lot of new things, new trends are also coming up, and it's very important that you, as a student or as a professional now, a young person, also begin to look at this this area. I'm going to round up very soon. I want to point out, if you look at the key drivers of long learning, one of them is the desire for personal growth. The desire for personal growth. This is the main prerequisite if you are going to remain relevant, if you are going to be employable and remain relevant. You must be willing. There must be that personal desire in you to be a lifelong learner. There must be the right attitude and a taste for professional and personal development. The question is, are you willing to self-educate? Are you willing to self-educate? Are you willing to be hungry, unceasingly develop? Are you willing to open up your mind and acquire continuous knowledge, not just textbook knowledge, but continuous knowledge that is relevant to impacting lives? Because sometimes part of our problem in this country is that we have courses, we have degrees that are not able to impact lives generally within the community. And so my question is, so if you don't need them, why are you producing them? You know, why can't we begin to look at the needs and then be channeling the skills, be channeling the educational curriculum to address all these needs? And so my challenge to our matriculants today is that you must be willing to learn. You must yearn for knowledge. I remember when we were filling the form for Unilever as a management trainee, they arranged some things, maybe 6 factors, and they asked us, which of these is more important to you? Salary is there, new experience is there, new education is there, and then a lot of things that are also there. And you know, you are your own if you pick salary, for example, as your number one. Because at this stage of your career, yeah, despite the fact that we are having an economic challenge, but at this time of your career, you must be yearning to learn. That must be uppermost in your heart. Because the more you learn, the more you are going to be able to earn, sorry. I'm still talking about the desire for personal growth. I just want to, very likely, some of us are familiar with some of the brands on this slide, but I'll just pick on 2 or 3 just to talk about them. How your personal drive can lead to your personal growth and can improve your impact in life. Take, for example, AfriSafe. I know many of us like to go for the award, like to be nominated for this AfriSafe award, and we like that. But I just want you to think about the young man behind this brand. The young man behind this brand. Very likely, he was not even a safety person until now. But you see, that's also to tell you, how you can make yourself relevant within the space where you find yourself. He's able to come up with an idea and then focus on a particular niche. And now he's taking AfriSafe not just within Africa, not just within Nigeria, but he's now taking it beyond Nigeria. And so this is an exciting time for every young people. This is an exciting time with a lot of opportunities. I remember when I was doing my project in the university so many years ago, I had to travel from Unilorin to Ife because I wanted literature review. I had to travel from Ilorin to Ife. Today, you don't need to travel, because almost there's hardly anything you want to learn that it's not on your fingertips. It's right there in your Android, in your phone set. So think of what you also can do as you engage in lifelong learning. Have a purpose. Another example I want to give is this young guy also. I'm sure probably some of you also know him. He's also a young guy behind Coda Safety Consults. Of course, we have some big names here, but I'm just focusing on those young people that are making a difference, that are impacting their community and are impacting lives. And there is nothing, stopping any one of us. And that's why I want to repeat, I'll be very surprised if there are people who are starting this program and they are not finishing. I'll be very, very surprised. I'll be very, very surprised. You will have succeeded not in wasting the time of QHSES Academy. You will have succeeded in wasting your own time, meaning that you don't know why you are doing what you are doing. Another example I want to give is the Soshi. Just an idea of a young lady who decided that there's a need for inclusion and diversity. That how do we help more women to come into this profession? So the summary of what I'm saying is that we are living in a very exciting time, and it depends on what you are looking at. If you're only focusing on the economy, focusing on making money, and you are not thinking about the opportunities that are there for everyone to learn, thereby improving their personal, professional, and economic situation and their social relevance. If you're not thinking of that, you're only focusing on money or economic problems, you are not going to be able to make much impact. And so we can, Agina will send us maybe this. These are just a lot of opportunities that are there for us to learn. You can take advantage of educational resources. They are all over the place. You can engage in self-directed learning and then work-based learning, like what Dapo is doing under Dome, and also what Engineer Jami is doing here. You know, so these are a lot of opportunities that we all have. On this note, I want to thank every one of you for your time, taking time to listen to this discussion, and then also thank the visionary of this special academy, you know, for providing this platform, not just for us to talk, but for all these over 300 young people that we will have impacted, and who in turn will also impact their community. Finally, I'm saying take responsibility for your personal growth and development. Stay curious. In fact, if you look at one of the 10 skills that are going to be relevant, is ability to be curious. Employers are looking for people who are curious. Stay curious, stay hungry, and stay foolish. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that wonderful, insightful, and eye-opening lecture. We really appreciate. If you go to the chat room, you can see the matriculants and the participants are actually appreciating you for the transfer of knowledge. In fact, the last slide says, stay curious, stay hungry, stay foolish. Now, in the academy, there's 3 words that we always sing with: learn, relearn, and unlearn. We never can overemphasize these words, and please always stay in touch. We'll be taking questions after the second facilitator presentation. So at this point, sir, we will ask you to stop sharing so that we have the second facilitator, so that she will have to share a screen. So we'll ask Madam Constance Adegbileru to unmute and speak. Please, while you are still in the chat room, continue to put your hands together as we welcome Madam Constance. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. I'm just trying to get my screen. I'm trying to get my document up on the screen now. So give me a minute while I sort this out, please.
All right, that's fine, ma'am.
Yeah. It's quite funny why I can't get my what's happening? I'm struggling to get my documents up here. I think that, I mean, just like Mr. Olawale was saying, there's a big room for growth, you know, and then we all need to understand that the world never stops for us. It just keeps moving. Right now, I'm struggling with Zoom because I'm so used to having my meetings on Teams. And it's a one-hand click when you're trying to find your document on Teams. So just give me a minute, please. Let me see where this should be. Oh my God. Okay. Share screen. One panelist can share at a time. Advanced sharing option. I really do apologize for this. You know what, Shagun, is it okay for me to send you this slide and then you can probably share it on your end and I can proceed with that?
That's fine, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Let me just send that to you. Okay. Could you please send me your email and I can forward that on to you?
All right.
Thank you. Meanwhile, I think Ikena has a raised hand and then. Okay, so while we're at that, good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. I really do appreciate this opportunity to be here with you guys. Well done. A big kudos to Engineer Badmos and also to the speaker before me. Well done, sir. That was a very, very, very enlightening session. I actually enjoyed it myself, and I'm sure that the intending students also do enjoy it. So just 1 minute, please. I'm going to send. I'm going to send it here. So,
okay, I've sent you a direct message, ma'am.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, have you seen it?
Okay, let me reload my mail.
I sent it to you via Zoom. Can you see it?
Okay, let me check. Not yet. Okay, same.
Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So let me download it now.
Okay, thank you. So if you please just yes, upload it on my behalf. I'll appreciate that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you. All right. So yes, sorry for that break, everyone. Okay. So straight on, thank you, Engineer Badmos. Thank you, Mr. Olawale. And then to all of the students, I want to say a big welcome. I mean, having listened to Engineer Badmos, you can see the passion with which this has been put together. And I do trust that every one of us present on here would share that same passion as we go through the academy and then come out on the other side. You know, everyone has been big on this morning. What we're really talking about is getting you prepared for what you are going into, right? I like one thing Mr. Olawale said, and it was when he spoke about, you know, employability, right? Is it that there are no jobs, or is it that people are just not employable? So the one thing that we all want to look out for, the one thing that we all, I'm sure that's the same passion that has brought us to the academy, because I'm I know that, getting to this point has not been easy. You've all had to write exams one way or another. You've had to study. You've had to, be deliberate about your personal growth. And I must say, well done for that. Okay, so today I'm just going to speak to you about becoming a change maker in health and safety. I know that the Academy is all about quality, health, safety, environment, sustainability as well. So we are going to open this up and not just look at it from a health and safety point of view, but we'll look at it holistically as you are, as a person and as a professional that wants to grow, which is very important. Okay, so I think first of what I probably should do is to introduce myself, talk a little bit about myself, and then we can proceed with this. And then if in between this session you do not, there's something you need me to go back to and talk about, feel free to drop a question. I'm sure that we'll see it here. If there are questions, you can also just feel free to drop that on here. Okay, so like my name is Constance Jose Adegbileru. I am a health and safety QHSC professional, really. I have way over 14 years of experience. And when we talk, is part of the things we're going to be talking about, but because the previous speaker has just also touched on it, I also just want to, point out a few things about it. So first, I remember when I started health and safety, years back, this must have been about maybe more than 16, 17 years ago. The point was I started off as a safety intern, health and safety intern, then in NPDC in Benin. It was something that we had to do. I was studying microbiology, and then we had to do internship. And I thought, okay, what should I do? Is it industrial microbiology? Is it medical microbiology? Where do I really fit in? That point where you're thinking to yourself, what do you want to do? What do you want to make of yourself? And I'm glad that you all are here today, because you have thought to make something more from yourself. You have decided to make a change, and that's very important. So that's how I found myself actually in health and safety. I first didn't really know what it was about, but then I just said, oh, I'll intern. And then when I got to an NPDC, they said, oh, you joined the environmental safety department. And that's how we started. I was there for about 3 or 4 months, but those 3 or 4 months, they used to call me because I was quite young. They used to call me the baby of the department, But then I knew I couldn't do the same thing everyone was doing, right? I had to make a change. I had to make a difference. And it's important that, we all remember that for you to be employable, right? For you to actually be able to, there are jobs everywhere, but are people employable? You want to go into a workplace and then make a difference. You want to be there and people say, oh, okay, I know this one will do it differently. Take, for instance, AfriSafe is a wonderful, wonderful initiative. And just like Mr. Olawale said earlier, he may not have been a health and safety person initially, but now he is. So those are the little things, that we all should take on board. Be a change maker, do something differently. And then so the rest is history. That's how my health and safety profession actually started. I finished off with that, went back to school, but it just stuck with me. Health and safety is what I really want to pursue and what I want to do. And today is different. I lecture in the Leicester Castle Business School, the Montfort University, Leicester, and it's amazing because the one thing that still rings every day is, how do you make a difference to the lives that you meet? And I want us all to take that on board. I'm going into QHSC now. How do I make a change? How do I make a difference? Before I am employed, what can I bring to the table, right? I can actually even be an employer rather than also just being me looking for a job. but what can I do differently for the society, for myself, and for everyone around me as well? So having said all of that, just to look at health and safety in today's world. If I ask, for instance, I say, oh, what is health and safety, and what is health and what does it mean to you? What does health and safety mean to you? And then how do you see it in today's world? If you think you've got answers, great. Put it up on the chat box and we can all look at that. Okay. So first, I want to say that health and safety is an essential pillar of our thriving society. And we need to know that by prioritizing health and safety, which you have chosen to do today, we are going to be looking at how we are protecting people, protecting the environment, keeping the environment safe, of course, our assets, and then definitely we're looking at what? Reputation. So your reputation of the organization, all of that will come into play. And then when we now go further and we say, what exactly is the concept of a change maker in the field of health and safety, or in this case, in the field of QHSSE? If there's anyone that wants to tell us that, you can probably just drop a message on there. What do you think? What's that thing? What makes you a change maker in the industry, in the field, or in the workspace, in the field of health and safety? Okay. Someone said, Sam Oluwatobilola says, I have to make a difference and change maker. Someone is saying on here, the ability for us to, oh, sorry about this, is, can you hear me now? Because I can see someone saying the volume is not, you can't hear properly. If you're audible, man. Okay, yes, great then. Thank you. Okay, so someone says health is a complete physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. That's great. What makes you a change maker is the ability for you to think differently. I mean, these are great answers, and I must really say that I can see everyone is geared up, you know, for a difference. I can see that we all want to grow personally, and that passion for us to actually be able to deliver growth for ourselves is one thing that I really do admire. My inspiration came from the fact that my parents wanted me to study medicine and surgery, which I never liked. I decided to take up QHSCS to enable me to stay at the left side of the bow tie. I see QHCS as preventive medicine other than curative. Good, yes, that's one thing also. Now we're at that point where we are no longer aiming for corrective. We are looking forward to being proactive and preventive, rather than waiting for us to be corrective. So thank you very much for that, for bringing that up as well. So let's now discuss that. What makes us a change maker in the field of health and safety? How do I bring change? How am I a change maker? When we talk about change maker, what are we talking about? So first, I want to define the characteristics, what we see as being a change maker, and then how you can bring that on into your personal life, your professional development, your QHSSE, and all of that. Okay, fine. When we look at change maker, we're saying you must have the courage, you must have the resilience, be creative, and a passion for making a difference. It's as simple as that. Who is a change maker? You must have that courage, that ability to say, you know what, I want to see change. I want to do something differently. I want to be different. You must be resilient, be able to face it might be difficulties. I remember, I think I heard Mr. Olusegun talking about, oh, you should be ready to burn the midnight candle, as in this is not an easy ride. This is not going to be an easy ride. No, it's not going to be. But you need to have that resilience. You need to understand. I think I also heard Engineer Badmus talking about how we've got 455 people on this project that have enrolled into the academy. But at the end of the day, some people might fall off. Right? You don't want to be that person. And that's why it will be a great thing for us all to be able to graduate and make it to the end of this academy and even further. You know, it's a great thing to see you excel and know that you are a product of this academy, right? It's something that would gladden the hearts of everyone that has come into contact with the academy. And so today we're telling you, we're challenging you to be a change maker in this field. You have come into health and safety. You have come in because you want to be different. You want to make a difference. Okay, so you need to have that resilience. Another thing for us is the creativity. You need to think differently. Before AfriSafe, I don't remember anything like we had it, you know, in Africa, in Nigeria. I don't remember. So today we can call AfriSafe what? The Oscars of safety. So that's creativity. That's something that we all want to be able to bring on board. Go to the workplace. Okay, what do they do here? I'm not just here to just, go about and do my inspections. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to bring something different with the inspections. That at the end of the inspections, people know that, okay, yes, this is thorough, this is thorough, this has been done properly. You know, you submit a report, an executive report, and people see it and say, who is this person and where did they graduate from? Those are the kind of feedbacks that we actually want to get. And I'm sure it's the kind of feedback, you know, that you also want for yourself. And it's a passion, that passion for us to be able to make a difference is very important. You need to go in, you know, just yesterday, I think I was having a discussion with a colleague, and I said, as a QHSC professional, you tend to just wear so many different hats. So many different hats. Today, you are the peacemaker. Tomorrow, you're the one bringing the fire. You know, next tomorrow, you're probably trying to engage with stakeholders. The day after, you're the one sorting out inspections and closing out actions and all of that. So you need to be able to find that passion to make a difference. You have come into QHSSE. You have not just come into, tick the boxes. I'm sure Engineer Badmus won't even allow us tick the boxes here, right? So you need to come here with that mindset, a mindset that says, I am here to make a difference. I am here to be different. Okay. All right. So I think next off is the driving force for change. Let's discuss the growing emphasis on workplace safety and its impact on organizational success. I mean, this is one thing that we can't overemphasize. Workplace safety has become very important. It has become, in fact, you know, the one thing I love about health and safety is the fact that you go to work knowing that you are there to keep us all safe, right? So we're having a safe work because everyone understands that safety is a collective responsibility. Safety is your responsibility. Safety is my responsibility. And if we will all think about that like that, I'm sure that the workplace would actually be a more conducive place for us all, right? At the end of the day, how does that translate to organizational success? How does that translate to personal success, right? The way the human mind is wired, right? The brain tends to find fulfillment from success. So if you are the one responsible for being able to, you are championing your workplace safety, it's not just about the impact it has on the organization as a whole, you know, keeping the organization safe and ensuring that, you know, we do not have litigations, you know, we do not have people off sick all the time. We do not even have fatalities at work. For you as a person, it gives you a fulfillment knowing that, yes, all of these things can be attributable to you. And that's the change that we are all looking for. That's the change that each of us needs to have in the inside of us, to understand that I am here to make a difference. I am not just here to do a job, but I'm here to ensure that that job is done well and done perfectly well. Okay. Now, someone talked about not being correctional. Someone talked about not being corrective. So we're now going to look at the need for proactive and innovative approaches. So when we talk about being proactive, can anyone give me a simple definition, what you think or what you understand by being proactive? Okay. Being able to add value. Yes, being proactive means, one sec, thinking out of the box, yeah, taking preventive methods. Great. Yes, thinking outside the box, thinking ahead, having foresight, taking the initiative, beautiful. I mean, amazing. All of this are absolutely right. Right? Absolutely right. Now, the thing I want us to note nowadays is we all need to be able to be proactive, think outside of the box. Don't wait for people to say, oh, this is what we need to do now. Take it up upon yourself, right? Look out for innovative ways for you to make a difference at work, in the world that you find yourself. Look out for those different ways that we can say, okay, yes, this is what Mustafa is doing. This is what Ali is doing differently, right? Bring that innovative approach to health and safety. Oh, the regular thing they will do at work is to, we are looking at how to reduce accidents. You should be the one that's thinking, okay, what initiative can we bring into play? What strategy? What's that thing that we can put together to say, okay, this is how we can reduce workplace accident? Is it via communication? Okay, let me try and communicate more with these people. Let me try and communicate more with my technicians. Let me try and communicate, that different touch that brings it. Maybe the regular thing is just to say, oh, everybody hazard identification. No, but you need to be able to carve out a niche for yourself, something that stands you out. And that's what's important in today's world. I find out for those that actually have a different and an innovative approach to what they do, they seem to excel more and grow faster. So I remember an example someone once used. I sent two people into the market and I say, oh, could you please go and check for fruits for me in the market? Let's say we take John and Musa. So John goes into the market, comes back and says, I saw different fruits. So I don't even know the one that you want, right? But then Musa goes to the market and I say, oh, okay, thank you. I forgot to mention to you that I probably want an apple, right? That's what I say to John. But then Musa goes to the market and then Musa comes back to me 5 or 10 minutes later and he says to me, oh, Mrs. Constance, I was at the market and I saw them. They had apples, they had the green apples and they had the red apples. They had some strawberries and blueberries. I know that the strawberries go for 100 naira per box and the blueberries go for 200 naira per box. I wasn't quite sure what your budget is, but I thought that if you wanted to pick one of the fruits, you probably would want to go for an apple because it seemed fresher and it looked, I mean, if you were the employer or if you were the person that sent those two guys out, who would you possibly pick up for a job? Okay, so definitely I would be picking up Musa, right? Because he's been proactive and has even brought in innovative approaches to finding me a fruit. That's the same thing that applies to health and safety, right? You've come in here, yes, right? You've made the academy, that's great news. You're going to graduate from the academy, wonderful. But even when you do that, and whilst you're in the academy, we need you to understand that you have to be proactive and find innovative approaches to what you're being taught. Your lecturer is going to teach you on this, that. You can actually go back, or even before the lectures, go there, find out the materials that you would need. I'm having this topic tomorrow. I want to actually read on that. What is he going to be talking about? Hazard identification. What is he going to be talking about? Risk assessment. So when you come into class and the lecturer is talking, you not only understand what they're talking about, but then you also can put in one or two contributions, which is amazing. Engineer Badmus just talked about going on LinkedIn. I mean, aside the fact that it's great for you to, you are in the academy, it's great for you to push what you do or what you're currently doing, right? One thing I'm sure he probably is also going to mention to you is the more that you interact with the QHSSC Academy page on LinkedIn, on social media. People are watching. You've seen all the collaborations that he's had to put, he's taking out time and effort to actually bring into the academy. These people are watching. So imagine that you're putting on up posts on LinkedIn and IRSM is looking, oh, okay, this person is from the QHSSC Academy. There's an opportunity somewhere and someone contacts you, you put in those things, you engage. So it goes beyond just the traditional classroom that you're in. It goes beyond just being there, going for the lectures. Some students are even there, they're on mute and they don't even know what you're saying. At the end of the lecture, we all type in bye, 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 and everybody goes. It goes beyond that. You need to be able to relate with these things. You need to bring in that, you need to be able to be practical about it. Yeah, bring in those, QHSSC Academy on LinkedIn. I'm going to engage with it. I'm going to write up an article. I'm going to tag Engineer Badmos. I'm going to tag QHSSC Academy. I'm going to tag IRS. I'm looking out for the collaborators. Who are our collaborators? I'm tagging this. I'm thinking that I'm doing this. The little things, proactive and innovative approaches are the things that will make a huge difference for you, even as you embark on this journey. Okay. Now, what is the role of the health and safety professional as catalyst for positive change? One of the things that I've also been opportune to do is change management. So I also consult for organizations as a change management specialist. And if you look at health and safety professionals, I said earlier that we have different hats on, right? As QHSSC, as quality, as health, as safety, environment, sustainability, which is the big one now. We have different hats that we have on. You need to be ready to put on these hats. You need to understand that now you're going into something huge, right? So what can you do? What can you bring? What positive change can you bring into that organization? What positive change can you bring into that endeavor? What positive change can you bring to people around you? You can actually start up with this academy, and then the way you do things will just become different because you're learning every day. And I love the fact that one of the keywords for the academy is to unlearn, to learn, and then relearn. Right. So before you've come into the academy, you may have had a few things that you knew. You may have had a lot of things that you even knew before now. But then coming into the academy, you need to understand that you need to unlearn these things that you have known before, because you're going to take on new information. In this case, you learn new things and you'll be willing to relearn and relearn these things. They say knowledge, education never stops, actually. You can't get to that point where you think, oh, I've stopped. No. And with QHSSE, I mean, it's at this point that you know that, oh, I have to keep relearning. It does not stop with the academy. I get into a job today, I still need to relearn. New things will come. Before now, we may have had only quality. Then we had quality, we had health and safety. Now we've got sustainability. And a lot more are actually coming in. Okay, so you need to be ready to take that on and know that you are a catalyst for positive change in your environment and everywhere around you in your organization. Okay. Can I please get my next slide, Sandra? Okay. Sorry, I'm really sorry, Mr. Shego. Have I beat my time? I can't.
Almost, man.
Almost. Oh, okay. Okay. So yes. So take me back to the last slide before now. Okay. So this would be like the last bit for us before we close this up. So as you go into this, you're going to have to be learning new work processes, understand that safety is a priority, is everyone's responsibility. And then at some point, you might feel that the significance of fostering strong safety culture within organizations will rest on you. When you graduate and get that job, when you start up with your safety business or whatever it is, whatever next phase it is for you after the academy, you'll find out that fostering strong safety culture would actually be one of the things that you should strive to do. And then take on the leadership role, take on the leadership hat. Someone says, oh, I'm just a health and safety advisor. I'm just a health and safety person. I'm not a leader. No, the fact that you've been given that role to play health and safety means that you've been given the opportunity to lead safety within organizations or within wherever it is that you find yourself. So one thing that I like to tell students is that you need to be able to promote that culture of safety and ethical conduct. I mean, when we look at ethical conduct, it's a huge aspect that we might be going into, but I'll just briefly touch on it. And it's nothing too elaborate, if I'll put it in layman's term, is the ability for you to just be able to do things right? Do things, have that ethical conduct towards business, towards everything that you find yourself. Be able to do what is the right thing for me to do at this time. People need to be able to see your brand and see who you are and know that, you know what, no matter what it is, I can expect an ethical conduct from Ali. I can expect an ethical conduct from Ifunaya. I can expect ethical conduct from Rashidat, from wherever it is that they find themselves, okay? And then one thing that I also want to encourage us all is to be able to actively participate in building a safety conscious workspace, wherever it is. With our lectures now, as you go into these lectures, please ensure that, you know, you're not just coming to tick boxes. You're not just here because you want to say, oh, okay, I've gone through the academy. No, let the academy also go through you. Understand everything it is that is quality, everything it is that is health and safety, everything it is that is sustainability, everything it is that is environmental management. You need to understand that, so that when you come out, you're not coming out half-baked. You're coming out fully ready to take on positions, fully ready to take on everything, you know, that organizations will bring at you, that whatever business it is you want to go into regarding QHSSC will bring at you. And even to the next phase, I know Engineer Badmus was saying, for those of you that want to jackpot, you know, it might be that, oh, okay, yes, I can achieve this and I will jackpot. Yes, it's okay. But then we want to be able to, you want to go to wherever it is, UK, wherever it is, with that mindset of a change maker. People want to see you and say, yes, oh, this one is pure breed, pure, you know, there's excellence in this person. And that's the feedback that we want to get from each and every one of you. And I'm quite sure that by the time we're done with this academy, we all present here would actually be change makers in different industries, in change makers in different corners, in different, even in the jackpot that we have jackpot, in different places that we actually, you know, find ourselves. So thank you very much, everyone. I do appreciate your time, and I hope I didn't take too much of your time. If you've got questions, I'm here. Just put it up on the group chat. I'm glad to answer them. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you and Mr. Olawale, your expertise, enthusiasm, and seamless facilitation actually made this matriculation a learning, enriching, and enjoyable. Thank you for your commitment to actually fostering knowledge and creating collaborative environment. We really appreciate your efforts. We truly value you. Thank you very much. Please, let's go to the chat. If you can see the chat room, we are already appreciating your efforts and the lecture. We are going
Thank
to
you so much.
later. We are here because we want to impact our society, because we want to make the world a better place. Thank you very much. So basically, I think some questions have been answered. We have just one question, and either of you will answer the question. Thank you very much. Emmanuel Banjo asks this question. He says, how do you know when to leave or quit a job and take up another? How do you know when to leave or quit a job and take up another job? Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Lawale, would you like me to answer this, or would you? I mean, I could just give from the little that I know, and then you can.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
So,
ahead.
how do you know when to leave or quit a job and move on to another? For me, I would speak from my own perspective, right? And I know that Mr. Olawale actually mentioned the last time when he talked about employability, right? What is, being that term employability is the ability for you to do what? To find a job, to keep a job, and to change a suitable job. So when we talk about the time for you to leave, the one thing that I keep saying to people is do not stay in a toxic environment. Okay. And then one thing that, I also want to leave with you, because it's a huge thing for us all to say, oh, it's toxic. Oh, this environment is toxic. Are you toxic? You need to also be able to look at yourself and say, I'm me personally. If I am not me, will I want to work with me? Very important. Okay. Another thing that we need to also understand is you can't come to a workplace, the mindset that I want us to take from this academy. And that's why we've all put in engineer, Mr. Lawale, it looks like I want to make you an engineer. Because I keep saying, I keep calling you engineer Lawale. So
I wonder where people got that. I'm not an engineer, I'm a farmer.
So the one thing that I also want to say is why we've put together this this lecture this morning is for us to understand that we don't want to bring out normal people from the academy. No, that's not the point. The point is, even when people get employed from this academy, we want them to go into the business world and make a difference. Be a change maker. So you're going into work to add value. You're going into work thinking with a mindset that I want to bring value to this organization. I want to bring value to this business, right? So when you are at a point in an organization where you think I am no longer adding value to this organization, you probably want to rethink your stay, rethink about your personal growth. Another side to it is if you get to a point within an organization where you think this organization is no longer adding value to me, then you need to rethink your stay. Now, one thing that I say to people, and I'll tell you this, before now, I used to have this. I did my master's in health and safety management in the University of South Wales, Cardiff, in the United Kingdom. In 2013, which is about 10 years ago, I came out with a distinction. And then because the thought is, I can't settle for less. And I want every one of us to live here with it. You can't settle for less, right? When I did that, after I finished, I went back. I think I went back to Nigeria. And then I came back to Nigeria in 2015. And as soon as I came in, shortly after, I joined an oil and gas servicing company as QHSE manager. Now, why am I saying this? The thought for me was value adding. And with that, I drew out a training matrix, a personal training matrix, a professional development a professional development matrix to say, every year I am going for this, at least one certification, at least one. Right. So for me, what I want to tell you is when you're at that point where you are actually thinking, should I stay, should I go? That's a very good point you've come to, right? You need to reassess the situation. What is it I'm doing here? Is this organization adding value to me? Yes. Okay, fine. Am I adding value to this organization? Because it's easy for you to remain in a place and you just be redundant. You are not moving, you're not growing, the organization is not sacking you. You are just there, you think you're collecting your peanuts, as salaries, but other people are excelling. They are doing different great things. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, what am I? You need to think, am I adding value? Is this organization adding value to me? What is my projection for myself in the next 5 years? When all of those when all of those boxes, you can answer them, I'm sure that you get your answer to, should you leave or should you stay? Okay, so that's the little that I think I can add. I'm sure Mr. Lawale also might want to add a few other things, but I do hope that that can help you make a decision for yourself. Yeah.
Madam, I will come for consultation. We don't charge much.
I won't charge you. I won't.
I think that was just on point. Nothing to add, just on point. Thank you for that.
All right, thank you very much for that answer. So far we have just 1, 2, 3 questions to go. We will not be taking any further questions after now. Mr. Olawale ended up your slide with stay foolish. And Nkiruka wants to know what it means for one to stay foolish.
Okay, Engineer Badmos said that even if you are an expert coming to this academy, there's something for you to learn. And so in my faith, there's a word that says, let him that think is wise be foolish so that he can be wise. So that should be our attitude. You only know so much. You know so much, so you need to be a continuous learner. If you think you are wise, think you are smart, you are not going to be able to listen to anybody. You only know what you know. You don't know what others know. So that's the meaning of stay foolish. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. In summary, just listen more and don't always try to just be the talking one, the talking person. Thank you very much, sir. This question says, what do you do when you feel threatened for trying to do your job rightly, especially as a safety personnel, because of the lack of job security in this part of the country? I will direct this question to Mr. Olawale. He says, what do you do when you feel threatened for trying to do your job rightly, especially as a safety personnel, because of lack of job security in this part of the country?
So I need to understand what you mean by when you are trying to do your job rightly. Because don't forget that safety is part of the business. We are not an isolated function. You are not to function in silo. You are not a policeman looking for compliance at all costs. Do you understand the business? Do you understand the need of the business? Because sometimes we have this attitude of painting them as them versus us. They don't like safety. They don't appreciate us. We now begin to have this victim mentality. But as a safety practitioner or as a safety person, you need to understand, I said something earlier, that when I joined Unilever as a management trainee, the idea was not to make me a safety expert. The idea was to make me a manager, someone that they can commit the business into. And along the line, I found I took interest in safety. But so let me just say this, and I like what Madam said, that you see, we are not here because we did everything right. In fact, if I have to leave my career again now, I found myself at a point in my career that I was so good in safety, I was not good in any other thing. So we go for meetings, I talk safety. When they are discussing other things, I'm not able to contribute intelligently like somebody who have a working knowledge. And so I only became maybe safety manager, corporate safety manager, regional safety manager. Why couldn't I have been on the board? Why couldn't I have been a director, not even a safety director? Why couldn't I have been a general manager? Why couldn't I be a managing director? You know, so it's because we tend to narrow our mind, you know, into this victim mentality, or we see ourselves more as compliance people rather than seeking for collaboration and engagement with the business. So I think we need to check ourselves first before we think others are against us. That's just my point.
Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution. And I believe the person who asked that questions have more understanding. Now, I will direct this question to Madam Constance. Olayinka says, sorry, I need to ask this question. Most of the time, I go online to search for HSC opportunities. All I could see is 5 years of experience, above sometimes 10 years, of which I had no experience at all, but the knowledge, what should I do? And a professional certificate to back it up.
Okay. First of all, you don't have to be sorry for anything, right? It's just a question you're asking, and it's great. We all want to know. So I know that, yeah, there are instances like that where you say, oh, organizations will say we need 3 years experience, we need 10 years experience, and we need, you know, but, and I also do know that there are some others that you may not need that much experience for. But yes, the majority is looking for experience. One of the things that, excuse me, one of the things that, you know, we probably also want to, and I'm thinking it will be an offspring or an offshoot from here, will be that point where we are able to, you know, find spaces for people to do internships, right? People can go in and say, okay, do internships for this person. You can find a consultant that you can attach with, and then they can actually take you on board to, at least just after the academy, you get that level of experience, you know, engaging with the practical world, and you can get that out. But to be honest, if we want to really look at, oh, why organizations will say, I want 3 years, I want 10 years, is dependent on what they are actually looking for. But I can tell you that be fixated, right, on developing yourself. And believe me, the opportunity will come. It will come. I've come to, I'm sorry, I might have to delve into faith a little bit, but I've come to trust, right? I've come to trust my God, right? Understanding that my own business, my own job is to be prepared, and his is to bring the opportunity, which I'm sure he always, I can tell you for a certain that he always delivers on that, right? So I'm not saying go to sleep and be waiting for you for because Mrs. Constance said yeah, God will bring the opportunity, but no, fine tune yourself, be ready, be fired up and geared up for when it comes, because it will come. Organizations that have said, oh, I want 3 years, I want 10 years, I'll tell you, for instance, I'll give you an example, and you actually can still do this, you know, you can find it and do it. When I came back from the UK in 2015, I came back in October of 2014, actually, and I started working in 2015. Before I left Nigeria, I worked in MTN as a customer service rep, walking, not telephone, not so face-to-face. It was a great start for my career because I met a lot of people, and it was in VI. I started off at the Palms. So I met a lot of people, and that gave me sort of a groundwork to what I wanted. But at the time, they didn't have anything like health and safety there. But because I had done internship in NPDC before I came, so I would be the one that would come in the morning, and when we come to work, I'm checking the office. So I'm doing sort of an inspection to just be sure that everything is fine. Check the plugs, check the sockets, check, you know, and I just used to do it. But apparently people noticed it. What are you doing? I said, I'm doing inspection. Inspection for what? Are we not meant to be facing customers? Yeah, before the door opens, just let us check our environment and be sure that we're safe, you know? And then after that, when I left, I got to a point, I did 2 years there, but then I was aching for my next level. And I said to myself, I'm getting off this job and I'm going back to school for my master's in health and safety. Now I want to do health and safety, and I want that springboard for my health and safety. You know what I did? I got off MTN and then I took up an internship job, right? With a contractor to what's this place, Bonnie? NLNG. It's called Excel Management. You might know them. I took up an intern. I knew the MD at the time, and I walked up to him to say, oh, so, and this is why I say we need to be change makers in our space. It's very important. Anywhere you think you find yourself. This is one of the people that had served at work. And I had actually taken my time to help with the SIM, put that, follow through with the technical guys to ensure that his SIM was sorted. I didn't know who he was. Until eventually, every time he sends someone to the store to recharge his line, he says, tell them you're looking for Constance. And every time I served everyone he sent pleasantly. So one day I said to him, oh, I want to go back to school. This is what my plans are. I need to move on. I think I'm done with this level. I want to go back to school and then get into health and safety. And he said, oh, I have a contract with NLNG, right? If you want to intern. And I said, great, yes, that's what I'm looking for. And I interned. I was not paid a dime for that internship. I interned there for 3 months. I finished with that. I came out. I said thank you to him. He said thank you. No one paid me a dime. I stayed in NLNG for that 3 months. No one paid me a dime, and I came back. But I was happy because I had learned the practical side of things, right? So I came out, got back to Lagos, was in Lagos, and then I got in touch with an oil and gas company because they were looking for someone to work. I applied to the job and I told them during the job that I'm sorry, even if you employ me, I will leave here in 3 months because I'm going back to school. And he said, oh, okay, that's fine. You know, and I did 3 months in that job. When I came back to Nigeria from the UK, I mean, I had a lot of people saying, Constance, are you back? And people wanted to. So I'm saying there's a place for you to volunteer. If you can find it, find how to volunteer. Those things would still eventually pay off. I know you would tell me, oh, the money, how do I don't, I'm not sure what to tell you to that, but if you can, find a place to volunteer and keep your mind open. But whilst you wait, redefine yourself. Find every opportunity to make a better version of yourself. And then when the opportunity comes, you can take hold of it and just run. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ma, for that wonderful response. The key thing there is for us to volunteer. And again, I'm going to add this, that basically money should not be a motivating factor, because if we put money as a motivating factor, we will be discouraged at the end of the day, and we will end up not doing what we ought to do. Though money is important, but let it not be a motivating factor. Thank you very much, Ma. Other questions will be treated in our discussion session. We can see that everyone in the chat room is appreciating our facilitator. Thank you very much for the knowledge share, Mr. Olawale Ogunyebi and Madam Constance. Thank you very much for your knowledge share, the knowledge you have shared with us. I believe it's going to help us to be a value-adding personality in our society as we make impact in our immediate community and the world at large. Without further ado, I'm going to invite OK to give us the rules of engagement of the QHSES Leadership Academy. Over to you, OK.
Thank you, Mr. Shegun. Thank you, Madam Constance and Mr. Wali, The sessions were very insightful and educative. I enjoyed it. I learned so much. And welcome once again to all our students. I'll just take us through our rules of engagement. We have read through them when we filled the data form. Most of us have agreed to them. I think all of us agreed to them, but I'll just read through again so that we all have it in mind. Now, there are 3 sections to our rules of engagement. The first is learning methodology. Mr. Wale, you can project it. I shared with you via Zoom. Sorry, sir, Mr. Shegun, please. So,
Okay.
there are 3 parts. The first is learning methodology. The second is communication, and the third is the code of conduct. With respect to the learning methodology, our facilitators predetermine the objectives and methodology of our lectures. They do this while considering the needs of our students, especially those with special needs, those with disabilities, and they ensure that the course contents are of high quality and accessible to everyone. Our semester timetable is also communicated at the beginning of every semester. It details the modules and the dates of each lecture. Our lecture schedules are 4 times every week, spanning from Friday through Sunday. The first session for the weekend starts on Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The second session is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. The third lecture is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday evening. And the last session for the week is Sunday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, this schedule allows for consistent and regular engagement with the course materials, accommodating the availability of students during these time slots. We understand that we have workers and we have people who have different kinds of engagement. So we've tried to make the lectures as flexible as possible. Lecture notes and session recordings are promptly shared with all students so that you can have access to it and you can review the materials at your convenience. Additionally, we also have a Google Cloud storage that is maintained at all times, where the section recordings and the course materials can be accessed by students. In terms of communication, communication is facilitated through emails, but for enhanced effectiveness, we have a WhatsApp group which is utilized. The group has a few rules which I will just outline below. All participants are expected to engage in respectful and professional communication, making sure that a positive and inclusive environment is maintained at all times. The group is primarily for discussions and queries which are related to the QHSES leadership academy activities and course contents, including assignments and all relevant academic matters. Participants and students are encouraged to refrain from engaging in unrelated discussions, especially personal conversations or sharing irrelevant content that may cause distractions. Participants are also expected to respect confidentiality and privacy of their fellow students and to refrain from sharing personal information or any confidential course-related content without the permission of the admins. During conversations, students and participants are expected to maintain a professional tone, making use of appropriate language, and to avoid any form of harassment, discrimination, or offensive behaviors within the group. Because the group is a primary source of information dissemination, participants are encouraged to regularly check for important announcements, updates, and/or clarifications when shared by facilitators, administrators, or their fellow students. Now, students are encouraged to ask questions, seek clarification, or support each other on the group. However, when specific assistance is required, you can reach out to any of the admin members directly for assistance. Third part of our rules of engagement is the code of conduct. And the purpose of our code of conduct is to inform students of their rights, their responsibilities, to identify procedures to address student behavior which is inconsistent with the academics values, and to recommend potential sanctions, interventions, and measures designed to educate and safeguard the academy and its members. I'd like to remind us that the academy is committed to providing a positive, inclusive, and respectful learning environment for all participants. And in order to maintain this conducive atmosphere and environment, the following codes of conduct will apply. 1, students are to treat all participants, which include students, facilitators, staff, and admin, with respect, kindness, and courtesy. They are to embrace diversity and inclusivity, valuing perspective and contributions of all individuals, irrespective of their backgrounds, cultures, and identities. Students are to engage in respectful and constructive communication during online interactions, including discussions, chats, forums, and emails. They are also to ensure the use of appropriate language and tone, refraining from all forms of harassment, discrimination, and offensive behavior. Students must be punctual. Punctuality is the soul of business, especially for us in the QHSCS Leadership Academy. Lateness may be recorded as absence. There's a degree of lateness which is not accommodated, and students are to be regular in attending classes. Failure to obtain required attendance percentage, which is not less than 80% of all classes and academic functions, or the non-submission of assignments and unjustified absence from tests and exams will be treated as a breach of this code of conduct, and such students are likely not to graduate. During lectures, students are expected to use their full names on the online platform for proper identification. Students with fictitious names, there are some right now. We have ITEL, we have Samsung Galaxy. These names are not accepted and they will be removed from class when seen. The link to the attendance form will be shared after every class via chat. Now, you are not authorized to share the link to attendance to the WhatsApp group or to anyone else. You are not to share this link to a friend or to anybody who has not attended class. Everyone who is in class has access to the link and should fill the attendance accordingly. Only those who have registered their attendance for each course will receive and have access to course materials and recordings. Now, as students of this academy, you are to maintain academic honesty and integrity in all activities, including assignments, exams, and discussions. You are also, as a part of integrity, maintaining academic integrity and honesty, you are to give proper credit to sources, avoiding plagiarisms and unauthorized collaboration. You are also to respect the privacy and confidentiality of others, refraining from sharing personal information or any confidential course-related content without permission. Some other of our codes include the adherence to guidelines and instructions provided by facilitators and admin, to follow all rules and regulations related to the use of online platforms, the software and technology provided by the academy. They are also to ensure that only academic provided technology, platforms, and resources are used responsibly and solely for educational purposes. Students are to avoid engaging in any activity that may disrupt or harm the learning experience of both themselves and others. They are to engage in constructive discussions, offering feedback and assistance to enhance the learning experience for everyone. They are also to report any violations of the code of conduct promptly to the academy's designated admin or authority. Now, while doing these reports, please provide accurate information and cooperate in the investigation of reported incidents. To reiterate, students should not become complicit in any activities which students can gain undue advantage from, either through plagiarism, self-plagiarism, collusion, examination offenses and malpractices, dishonest practices, or other means. Failure to attend a disciplinary interview or provide a statement or response to alleged misconduct when requested to do so by the relevant authorized admin or official will be considered a gross misconduct and would result in the suspension of the student or the termination of the student's academic calendar year. Failure to adhere or comply with this code of conduct will result in disciplinary action, including warnings, temporary or permanent suspension, or expulsion from the academy, depending on the severity of the violation. Once again, I'd like to welcome you all and to thank you for being a part of the academy. I'd also like to encourage that we keep to these rules of engagement, to be open to discussions and to help be a part of this growing and learning community. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okay, for that clear rules of engagement that have been read. Most of what has been said in the rules of engagement has actually been mentioned by Engineer Jamil Badmus, but we have to reiterate on it again. That is to tell you how well disciplined we are at the academy. So without the waste of much time, the next thing we have on our agenda is discussion, interactive session. So at this point, we'll be looking at the questions that were actually directed to the academy. And somebody who asked and said, can one use the QHSES certification without having the basic HSE 1, 2, and 3 in an organization that uses HSE? I think this question goes in line with this. It says, please, I am not sure if this has been addressed, but please, what certification would we be getting after the whole course? So these questions are synced together. Can one use the QHSES certification without having the basic HSE 1, 2, 3, and in an organization that uses HSE? And the second one is, I am not sure if this has been addressed, but please, what certification would we be getting after the whole course? I will be inviting Madam Oyin to help us address this.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to all of our facilitators and those who have spoken before myself. Thank you all for listening attentively. Just to go to the meat of the matter, the QHSE certification, the one you'll be getting from this academy is a professional diploma. So depending on the area of the QHSCS you want to, that's quality, health, safety, environment, sustainability, you want to be specific with, you need to get certifications also in those fields. One of our facilitators mentioned that you have to be employable. And one of those ways is equipping yourself with the right information and right knowledge and right certification. The academy would give you a buffer, a soft landing into easing into all of those certifications. So we are giving you a professional diploma in QHSAS project management. However, it's very important that you choose a specific field you want to be into and get the right certifications. Thank you very much. And for those who are mentioning about the slides, the recording, and every other thing you need, it will duly be shared with everyone. The LinkedIn profile of all of those who spoke today would also be shared with each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Is there any other questions, Mr. Shegun?
Okay, someone asked and said, please, can we attend Saturday morning class and skip the evening classes?
No. Everyone must attend the class, and I don't know if Benjamin mentioned, you must have at the end of the day an 85 to 90% attendance for each semester for you to be eligible to write the exams for that semester. So it's very important that you attend all lectures, and should in case you have an emergency of a family emergency or something very particular that's happening at work, it's very important that you send an email to teamqhsas@gmail.com informing them of what's going on, and we will advise you accordingly on what to do.
Thank you very much, Onye, as regards to that. So I think with this, we have exhausted the question in the Q&A session. Without a waste of much time at this session.
Mr. Shegun, my apologies for interrupting you. Just to mention again, it's a 6-month-long journey. We all know that. And based on all that our facilitators, the convener, the chancellors have said, it's going to be one that would test your commitment, that would test everything. It's going to be a very rigorous journey. But however, please stay on the course. It's a rewarding one at the end of the day. It's going to shape in your mind. We'll share the timetable with everyone at the end of this session for this semester so that there's no confusion. And please, if you have any questions, all of the admin members are always welcome to attend to you. Ask, no question is foolish. Please remember that. Ask questions. If anything is bothering you, let us know. And we also appreciate feedback a lot. The whole essence, we are not the way we were 2 years ago when we started, and we are definitely going to be better. So please share your opinions, share your constructive feedback. I must emphasize that. Thank you so much. Over to Adegboyega for his closing remarks. Thank you, Shegun.
Thank you very much to my chief madam. Okay, please can you make me co-host? It seems I can turn on my video. Thank you very much, my chief madam, Madam Oyinlola Okonlawo. A colleague of mine made one astute observation just now, and that is that this very, very able person that just answered us was not introduced to us properly. Madam Oyinlola Okonlawo is the pioneer registrar and is still the registrar of the QHSCS Leadership Academy. She's currently not in Nigeria. She won't want me to tell you where she is, but just so you know exactly who is speaking to you and the wealth of information that is being shared. Thank you very much, Madam Oyin, for taking from your very busy schedule to be here, and the sincere appreciation to everyone who is present here. So for my closing remarks, well, a lot has been said today. A lot of information has been shared for all of us. In fact, we've had 2 wonderful, great facilitators come here to speak to us extensively on topics that we should hold on to ourselves. And if we abide by their advice, we'll find ourselves soaring close to the sky, if not even above the stars themselves. We sincerely appreciate our chancellor, our prof himself, Mr. Dapo Omolade, who was supposed to be on a trip this morning, but because of this matriculation, delayed it to ensure that he was present here to address our new incoming students. We thank Engineer Jamil, the convener of this session, for all the wealth of information, for starting the academy, as well as making it a place where all of us can learn, meet, and develop ourselves. To all our facilitators present, who will be meeting the students very soon, we thank you very much for being here. We thank you for all that you do. As was said earlier, a single dime is not collected from every single person that you see here. Everyone is a volunteer hoping to make the world a better place. So I join all of us here as students who are here present to be matriculated, to take this information that has been given. It's going to be a very hardy 6 months ahead. The road is not going to be smooth. It's going to be very bumpy. But if you stick to it and you continue to work hard, we are going to have a very successful session. So thank you all very much. Thank you for attending. Thank you for being present. We appreciate all of you, and we look forward to working with you towards excellence. Once again, I'll say the great words of our mentor and say Ubuntu. And the meaning of that is humanity. Let us keep humanity in our forefront and make sure that everything we learn does not die with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Olusegun Olani. As usual, it is always a pleasure to have you here. To the admin team, we appreciate every effort you've put in, and we appreciate your continued volunteering efforts. I'll hand over to Mr. Olusegun Olani for the item 7 of this program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on this pivotal matriculation. It is very good that we have you, and we are so glad to have you in our midst. We want to, just as the closing remark has been said by Adeboyega, thank you very much. Please do not leave. At the exit of this hall, we have ushers at the exit, and they are going to give you your package of lunch as you go. And for those that are in Canada, USA, they will give you your package of breakfast. Please do not forget, the ushers will give you, make sure you take the exit so that you will get your package of lunch and breakfast. Thank you very much. Until we come your way next time.
Sorry,
okay.
Please, just to on a final note, thank you so much for a great job. We really appreciate you, and to all of our speakers, thank you again. And to also mention, the attendance link has been shared in the group chat. So every student, it is very important that you document your attendance here. The link has been shared by myself and so many of my other colleagues. So please click on the attendance link and document your attendance. It's very important. Thank you very much. Tashagun, thank you.
All right. So please register your name at the attendance link. And as you do that, please pick your lunch or breakfast as you go out. So see you in class and see you on convocation day also. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. I remain my humble self, Olusegun Olani.